to make for Melv and search for him. I can guide you to the place Arisen, or thereabouts.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
We've arrived, just as planned.
Thank you. Never did I dream those plants were poisonous. I suppose I was rather careless. You have my gratitude, but do excuse me. I'd best make for home.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master.
Master Sebastian ought to be safe now, but shall we look in on him at the manor all the same?
Over here, if you would.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Quite the predicament.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny they have their uses.
Here we are.
I'm always willing to lend a helping hand.
Quite the predicament.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same.
Indeed. Tell us, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
Home at last!
Welcome home, young master.
Thank you, Diana. I am glad to be back. 'Twas a hard journey, but I found what I sought. I only hope Mother will be pleased.
A blue sunbright. I thought they were make-believe.
Oh no, they're quite real. Rather rare, though, and particularly to Melv. I'm surprised you've heard of them, to be frank.
Really? Well, there's a picture of one stuck to the inner cover of a book that was donated to the Gracious Hand.
A picture, you say? How very odd.
I believe Miss Daphne is describing a bookplate. The book in question will have been a donation from this very house. Indeed, the mistress has been very generous in her support of the Gracious Hand over the years.
For true? Oh, I must tell her thank you.
I think I could arrange that. I'm certain my mistress would be delighted.
Yes. Well, as for me, I'm just pleased to be home safe and sound.
All this racket! What's going on? Good gracious, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, you must be the lady who's been supporting the Gracious Hand. Thank you ever so much for all you've done for us.
What precisely have you told this girl?
Not a word, mistress. I swear it.
Good. As for you, girl, you need not thank me. 'Tis the privilege of the nobility to help those who are less fortunate. Do be sure to leave the house unseen. And fare you well, child. Know that where'er life may lead you, you may take pride in who you are. Come, Diana. I would speak with you alone. You have some
What was that all about? Mother seemed awfully perturbed.
I do wonder what that was all about, though I'm not sure we ought to pry.
I've not the words for this conclusion. Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Whoever's my replacements in for a boot up
Would
the
that
arse.
all my days were so tranquil.
Way to have a little kip. Wise at last.
Glad I am to see you well. I've been wondering how you were getting on. Have you learned aught of the intent behind that letter? 'Twould seem my mother has joined hands with a Batali researcher to achieve her purpose. Which, according to this missive, is to arrange things so that I might rule the kingdom. But I don't understand. Vermont needs no consul. It's found its ruler, its sovereign, pretender though he may be, to say naught of you. Does she mean to remove you and the false sovereign both from the picture? Is that what is meant by this tragedy? 'Tis a frightful thought. Yet we are in a much stronger position for having learned of it. You've my gratitude for this.
Here seems so much more capable.
This armor's far from comfortable.
It's a blessing.
I only pray my watch finishes without it.
Very gentle scratch on my arms.
Mayhap I'll buy myself a new sword next pay.
Suppose I best earn my
There are
keep.
few places where I can let down my guard.
I'll make a living if I get myself injured. All this quiet makes me itch to cause a stir.
Good to see you, Master.
As I've said, my husband has left to slay a Dullahan at the Ill-Doer's resting place. I can't tell you when he'll return, so you'd best visit us another day, sir. Oh, Sir Ludolf, you say? Aye, we're acquainted. He's been coming around oft of late. As I recall, his visit started just afore Gregor was given his new assignment. Why are you asking me about him? Does this have aught to do with my husband? What? No. You mean... not my Gregor? Sir Arisen, I beg of you. You must save my husband. You will be repaid, I swear it. No amount of gold can compare to his life. Just please, save him. Oh, thank goodness. Pray, go to him at once. My husband's life is in your hands, sir.
Let us make haste, that no life may be lost on our account.
Quite the predicament.
I'll take the night watch of the desk work any day.
Really now, you mustn't shirk your duty. Lest you forget, 'tis the Arisen we serve here. An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their cost.
My pack's grown rather heavy.
If you've anything edible, I'll gladly lessen your burden.
Tis a glad thing we rested when we did.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vin go to waste. I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
I'll hold on to this. After all, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Success. Our foe hasn't even noticed aught's been pilfered. Well done. I can't imagine we're in need of a campsite just now.
'Tis well to be prepared, but over-preparation will serve us not.
I will protect you.
A forgotten rift stone we've not discovered lies nearby. 'Tis this way, as I recall, from my last sojourn beyond the rift. Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
I knew that I could count upon your strength, Arisen. I think not.
Bad luck, sir. That shop's closed today. Best nab a wink at the inn and come round again on the morrow.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny they have their uses.
Posting can always on my way.
You're going to regret that.
I've just had a thought. Every master I've ever served has favored different tactics.
I have a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment.
Uh-oh. Perhaps 'tis time I started taking this seriously.
Do you mean to suggest you've only been playing till now? Let me get that. One never can have too many of these.
What say we pelt one at the next foe we encounter? Oh, well aimed strike, right where it hurts.
Oh, what does this say?
It couldn't hurt to take a peek. Let us see what you're made of. Traveling beyond the rift, I came upon a cave whose secrets you have yet to discover. 'Tis nearby. Shall I lead the way? Have you forgotten something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost.
Are you in need of healing, Arisen?
I don't suppose begging for a reprieve would get us far with one of this lot.
Of course.
As planned.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. No.
Step by journey by starlight will make for a nice change of
pace. Bleeding road. This is a fitting end. There's more where they came from.
Would that such tranquility could last.
'Tis no great shock to me.
I suppose we might as well gather what we can.
These really are hidden in the most unlikely places, aren't they?
A splendid discovery. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
deadly. I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Would you care to behold the forgotten rift stone, as yet undiscovered in this world? Then for
Phantoms!
their ilk fear holy light above all else. Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair. You'd be well advised to check the lay of the land.
We're lost, plain and simple. We ought to retrace our steps. Take that! Oh, methinks the fiend felt that. Perhaps a few more for good measure.
Take care where you place your feet. Sharp incline is as like to throw us off balance as 'tis our enemies. This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Very well. I shall return. We achieved remarkable synchronicity.
Indeed. 'Twas enough to make one pity our foe.
Pray, light your lantern, Master.
You? What are you doing here?
I have not pulled eight.
what you're made of.
Live to tell the tale. But, fie, I've just remembered. See, I hadn't thought I'd return alive, but I didn't want to worry my wife when I departed. So I took a letter with me just in case, and when the tide of battle threatened to overwhelm us, I sent a runner to bear it to my wife, mere moments before your arrival. It would be an awkward thing for her to read my final farewell, only for me to arrive on the morrow, fit as a fiddle. Though I dare say she'd forgive me. It will be a blessing enough to see her again. I can ask for no more than that. Right, I'd best be off, if I'm to make it home before that letter arrives. Oh, and if I've not said it yet, thank you, sir.
My heart is light as a feather.
I'm glad to see you in such fine fettle, Arisen. You're even more impressive than when I last clapped eyes on you. 'Twas a fine journey we'd shared. Wherever your travels take you, I knew we'd not be long apart. The beast is felled. Lady Margaret will be eager for the good tidings. We had best not keep her waiting. I take it you've some business with this person. Then pray, follow me.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but it was a shock to learn of all these former Arisen. One supposes that they, too, encountered the dragon when they each became Arisen in their turn. 'Tis a curious occurrence, no doubt guided by Fortune's fickle hand.
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
We've little need for a campsite at present.
Time spent camping isn't necessarily time wasted.
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around.
Then I shall remain by your side. Now, what might that be?
We ought to take a closer look.
Let me get that. Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard.
Well done.
You do your vocation proud.
Well done, Master!
A forgotten rift stone we've not discovered lies nearby. 'Tis this way, as I recall, from my last sojourn beyond the river.
From charging off. Teamwork is the crux of our strategy.
Don't be such a worrywart. I know what I'm doing. I enjoy tackling fierce foes and
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
We've a choice of where to go. but how to know the path best travelled?
What are we tarrying for? Onward, I say.
Have my protection.
Look out, Arisen! You're under attack!
It seems we haven't reached our foe. A reckless opponent makes for easy prey.
Understood.
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves in every battle. This morning. Over here, if you please.
And I might just let you live.
'Tis a glad thing we rested when we did.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
Well done.
Gathering materials makes for dull.
No harm shall come to you! I'll gather this. It might be of use.
We are none of us alike in vocation.
'Tis a tad inconvenient that we can't share equipment.
I see it as a glad thing. We are well poised to supplement each other's strengths.
Would you care to behold a forgotten rift stone, as yet undiscovered in this world? Then follow me. 'Tisn't far.
A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure. Oft it seems that Vernworth wears a new face each time we visit it. We never quite know what awaits us here.
It is a vast place. I wonder how many corners we have left to explore.
I heard a rumor that this land was once a kingdom of beastrons.
Truly?
Quite, though no definitive records remain.
Won't someone do aught about this?
Sir Arisen, I cannot thank you enough for what you've done for us.
You've my humblest gratitude, sir. If not for you, I'd ne'er have made it home. Still, I doubt this is the last we'll be hearing from Sir Ludolf. He's not like to admit defeat after only one attempt. Where will I be sent next, I wonder?
Have you not heard, my love? Sir Ludolf has fallen deathly ill.
He has?
Aye, he was poisoned. From the tell of it, 'twas concealed in a gift, but I suppose 'tis not so surprising. A dastardly man like that must have had no shortage of enemies.
True enough. I'm sure no few held a grudge against him for all he's done.
Indeed. Perhaps one might call this his just deserts.
My master and I fought a hard battle against the Dullāhan, only for Sir Gregor to fall. At least he lives on here.
Not a bad idea.